Hi there, I'm Jen, and today we'll be doing a Padlet tutorial for teachers. I've used this resource for all sorts of purposes, including as an online bulletin board to share my students' thinking, for lesson plans to just organize myself or to leave behind for a substitute teacher, as a showcase for student work where I can compile things and put them all in one place, compiling resources. For example, I went to a professional development session. I really liked a lot of the tools, and I didn't want to forget them, so I put them all on a Padlet. Just to organize my thoughts, or anything else you can think of. It's just like a bulletin board that's on your wall, and anything you'd put there you could put on a Padlet. It's free and it's simple. You can go to Padlet.com and register, and then when you log in you'll get a page that looks like this. It's the dashboard that comes up automatically with your recent activity, and up here I click New Padlet to begin. You can see it starts out with a simple background, but I want a different background and some other specifics here. So I click that settings tool and I go for a title. So maybe Cool Tools for PD. And then I say Technology, Tips, and Tricks for Teachers. Next, I can also select a photograph to go next to it in the little icon right there, maybe a checklist. And then I can also go to the wallpaper to select my background. I love all the vibrant, fun colors. Students really love these choices. I find that when they get too busy for a background that it's hard to read some of the words. So I'll go up here and select maybe green grass, which I think is a nice bright color and also kind of fun. I can go to the layout here. I usually start with freeform. It's very easy to create boxes and click and drag them and put them wherever I want them. I could also neaten up the layout later on by doing a stream or a grid, but while the students are editing, I don't do these modes because the boxes will reorder and move as the students are typing and it gets confusing for them. So I leave it on freeform while we're in edit mode, and then you can do whatever you want. For privacy, I start with a hidden link that I give to the students, otherwise I just want them to go there immediately, and I leave it on a can write. So we have a little bit of privacy here. I can distribute this link to families, but it's not distributable to the whole world unless I make it so. I can make it view only if I want to create a lesson plan that my kids will not change, but I usually want them to contribute, so I start with a can write. There's also a choice down there for moderate if I want to add someone as a moderator and only give that person the link. For example, a cooperating teacher. Then I go down here. I skip notifications because I don't need them every time someone puts something on the Padlet. And then down here, I don't like this random string in the URL. I'd rather create something that I can remember. So maybe I'll call it Cool Tools for PD. And it's available, so I pick it. And now I have everything all set up. So I love the way that looks. I'll get rid of this settings button. And I can double click to add my first box. If I have lots of students editing at the same time, I have them use their name as the title for the box, and then I have them describe what they like. So Padlet is a great tool for sharing our thinking in an online bulletin board format. And then I can link if I want to, and I can type that in. I am using this link today with the S because this is a secure website, and I submit. I like the icon it gives me, so I say OK. And now anybody who goes to this hidden link, if I give them the link, they can go there and click on this and it will open Padlet in a new tab. Now my students can do the same thing now that I've directed them and shown them an example. They can click right here and I can say Student 1. They can say I like this tool because, and they can add some information. Maybe this person is a teacher. And they said, I attended a PD and I loved this tool. And they can add a picture if they want to. You'll notice that as they add the boxes, I'm just clicking wherever I want to. So, student number 2, I love to use, and so forth. Notice down here there are all these different places that I can add media, all different choices of media that I can add. Whether it's an audio recording, I can add a video that I've already recorded. I can put other media in here as an attachment. I'll show that in a moment. I can even use my webcam to take a photograph, or I can add a document in some way. I'm going to go here and say link from the web. So that's what I did before. I can also say, for example, maybe Screencast-O-Matic, which is a cool site that I'm using right now to record what I'm doing. So if I like it, I say OK, and so forth. If I don't like it and that picture doesn't match what I think it should, I can just get rid of it. So a very simple tool to use, lots of power that you have in the settings. Once you get it to a place where you want the students to be done with it, you can always lock it by saying can view only, and then you can change this layout if you want them to be more in a grid mode so that they line up better, or if you want them to stream so you only have one idea at a time in a row, or if you want to go back to that freeform mode and drag them wherever you want the boxes to be, you can always do that. And while the students are editing and working, I always tell them, don't worry about the overlap, it will resolve itself at the end, and we'll fix it at the end. So that's a quick PD about cool tools. This one is Padlet.com.